Welcome back. Now, let's face it, keeping the kids entertained while they're on holidays can be a tricky task. And with the Easter break still in full swing, getting some activities together that the kids will love is a must. So Vanessa Scott Hayward from the Craft Corner joins us now with her two helpers, Saoirse and Kiana, who are going to demonstrate some arts and crafts. Students of yours, Vanessa?
They are indeed. They've been coming to my summer camps for years, and Kiana was actually at my Easter camp last week.
Brilliant. Well, let's see what you've learned then.
Absolutely.
Now, this is so funny. Literally, as I was reading the notes for this item last night, I was throwing out wasted markers because it's so annoying.
Yes,
my kids leave the caps off and then they're wasted, but you have a good use for them.
That happens all the time. So this is a project that any kid will love doing, and it's something that all families are going to have lots of wasted markers. So Kiana and Saoirse are going to show us what we're going to do here. You need to get a jar that's tall enough that you can screw the lid closed, and we're going to make marker paint. So you pop all of the wasted markers in with the tips facing downwards, and you fill up the jar pretty full. Now, we were just saying before the break that you want to make sure that the markers are nice and strong colour, don't you? Yeah. Because if they're yellow or if they're a bit pale, they won't make a nice strong marker paint.
But they can be completely wasted, like they can be dry.
Absolutely, yeah, absolutely. So we pour a little bit more water in there, and we can put some more. Do you want to put some more markers in, girls? Do you think that's full enough?
Yeah.
Yeah? Put some more in. So you fill it right up, and you can actually see there, do you see the way the water's already turning the colour of it? So this is one that we've rested overnight, and this is kind of like a green and a blue mix, and you can use it just like watercolour paint.
So sorry, do you leave the markers in overnight?
You do leave the markers in overnight.
Okay, great.
Yeah, so, and then you just put the lid on. So you want to make sure, now this is a little bit, some of the markers are a little bit tall, but that's fine.
Yeah.
Squish them down. You want to make sure that you can screw the lid tight because you don't want any of the paint spilling or anything like that. Because the one thing to remember is that it is stronger than watercolour paint, so don't wear your best clothes because it could get some drips on it, so just wear old T-shirts when you're making it.
Best clothes on TV.
I know, but we're experts. We're craft experts, aren't we? So we won't spill anything.
You look like experts.
Now, so we're going to leave that, and we'll see at the end of the segment how it's got even darker, and we'll actually be able to show you in one of the projects something that we've painted with some marker paint.
So shall I move these things down?
Will, of course.
Okay,
next,
excellent.
Then, the next project that we're going to do, this one is great for any age group, and we're going to do some paper collage hearts. So for this project, you need 2 pieces of white paper, both the same size, and actually the girls have ones that they started earlier this morning. So Kiana has some that's from wrapping paper. And Saoirse, you were working on, what was yours? It was magazine pages, wasn't it? Yeah. So.
And Saoirse, do you love doing crafts like this?
Yes.
And what's the best thing about it?
Is it everything?
Yeah.
It's probably going home as well and having lovely things that you can hang up on your wall. Definitely. Do you like to display the little things that you've made? Yeah. And what's Vanessa like as a teacher? Is she really strict?
No.
Good.
But you all listen very well, don't you?
Yeah.
Of course you do. So you have your 2 pieces of paper. Now you can use glue sticks for this, or you can use PVA glue. For younger kids, probably say the glue sticks. We're going to use glue sticks today because we don't want to get too messy, do we, guys?
No.
And what you do is you get coloured paper, or like the girls have here, magazine pages, wrapping paper, whatever you want, and you cut strips. And again, it doesn't matter if they're not perfect. We don't want them to be. This is arts and crafts. So this here is tissue paper. So this was done with younger kids, so they kind of tore the paper and stuck it down. Then this one is more, the lines are more fixed. So what you do is you get your glue stick, and so girls, do you want to work away there? You can finish off yours there. And don't put glue on the whole page because you don't want it to dry out. And you just start getting your strips and sticking them down. So you make a pattern, make sure that there's no gaps, and make sure you go right out to the edges of the page.
Such a good idea, because we love buying even the kids magazines that you get, which are really expensive actually. And then when the activities are kind of finished, like, oh, that just seems like a waste throwing them out. So I love that you're reusing stuff that otherwise would go in the bin.
And it's all stuff you're going to have in your house. Well, you could even use, like, say, if you had a birthday party, tissue paper, wrapping paper from the birthday party, envelopes. You could use anything like that. And then also, if you do have magazines and you don't want to, you can recycle most magazines, but you can also just use them as gluing pages as well. So you can use them as scrap pages to glue down. So you keep going the whole sheet, just like the girls are doing there, and then when you're finished, you'll have something like this, and you can trim it a little bit on the edges if you want to.
Always being careful with the scissors, although the kids' scissors are pretty good, aren't they?
They're pretty good, yeah. That's actually Saoirse's. I borrowed that on you, Saoirse. Now.
Do you like this activity, Kiana? Is this a good one? Yeah. And did you do stuff like this in your Easter camp?
Yeah, we did.
Good.
We made some cool notebooks in our Easter camp, didn't we?
My guys, like the achievement when they run in and show you what they've made.
Well,
Like,
it's great seeing sometimes like kids come in and they're really shy, and then at the end of the week their confidence is just boosted because it's just they're doing something and they're just running with it themselves. It's their own imagination and skills and
so
everything.
what age? Well, for something like this, I mean, if they're using scissors.
Well, if they're younger kids, just get them to tear it. It doesn't
Yeah.
have to be cut.
Okay.
And then the older kids, they'll do more fine patterns and designs, and it makes great like Christmas cards, Easter cards, like we did. You can do like hanging mobiles, so it's a great rainy day project.
And do you know what's also really good for just in really encouraging their dexterity?
Absolutely, it's great for fine motor skills.
Yeah,
it really
absolutely.
is. Nah,
So then, what are you
great.
going to cut with yours, Vanessa?
So, we're going to give my two lovely assistants their second piece. So, you need your second piece of white paper. And that's
Good
brilliant.
job on this.
Looks lovely.
So what did you use? Wrapping paper?
Yeah, it was
And
loads
what's
of
this
different
one? Is that a paper bag you used? Very
Was that
nice.
tissue paper?
You could even use material or anything, could you?
You could, yeah,
If it's gonna
absolutely. You
be
just
easy
need maybe
enough to cut.
PVA glue and then just let it dry.
Yeah.
So now, girls, what we're going to do is we get our sheet of white paper. So, Kiana, there's your one there. And you fold it over in half, just like you're making a card. Fold it over. And if you're doing it with younger kids, because what we're going to do now is we're going to draw half of our shape. So we're all going to draw, will we all do hearts?
Yeah.
Yeah? So she's firing ahead there. If you're doing it with younger kids, say to them, like, this is the mouth, so keep the mouth away from you and you draw on this side of it. So you draw half of your shape. And say if you're doing it with a child and they don't know how to draw half the shape, what you can do is draw the full shape on a piece of paper and then just draw a line in the half and they can just keep
clever.
going.
Mirror
So it's great
it.
because sometimes they're not sure of how to do it, and then also if they know the shape they want to do but they don't know how to get half of it.
We have about
Now-
2 minutes, so I want to make sure we get to see this and your last
Absolutely.
item.
So then we cut this out. Borrowed your scissors again, and then we'll just quickly show you how to do this. So you just stick it down with glue like that, and you have all the cool shapes on it. Now, so we're going to skip forward to our last item because we want to show you how we used our marker paint earlier. Now, so these are little animal puppets. Again, we're using two materials that you have in the house: cupcake cases and cardboard rolls, which you get from
Absolutely,
your
we have
bathroom
them.
or your kitchen. Now, these are ones that we started making earlier. So Kiana here has, do you want to open those out, Kiana, and show? Those are some of the marker paints that we used. They look like watercolours.
So when you're
gorgeous
taking the marker
colours.
paints out, you're literally just scribbling over them, are you?
So you take all the markers out of the jar and then you use a brush, just like it's a watercolour, and you paint out with it.
I thought you were pulling with the marker. Okay,
No,
got
you
it.
get rid of those markers, and when you're taking it out, just make sure you're doing it over a bin or
It's
something.
pretty, actually, because I thought it would just be quite muddied, but I guess the key is keeping the
No.
similar marker in
Exactly,
the bowl.
similar
or
colour.
in the
And it's
jar.
a great lesson for kids as well, for colour mixing as well, thinking like what colours palettes go together, like,
That is
you know,
so
blues
I've
and
already had that
pinks.
conversation at home, like, how do you make pink, how do you make
There you
green,
go. You don't
how
want
do you make
everything.
red? I was like, oh, I think you just buy the red.
Absolutely. So you get your cardboard roll. So I'll just show you this part really quickly. You push in at the top here with your thumbs to make the little ears.
That's cute.
Now, so Saoirse, where's your one? That's your one. And Kiana, that's your one there. So then you get your cupcake cases. So if you've got the plain ones, you can paint them like we did. You can use markers, crayons on them as well, can't you guys? You can use lots of things. And then you can start decorating them. So Saoirse, what would you like to decorate on yours? You got some things there. Kiana, you could do got some glue here for you as well. So you could cut up some pieces, or you could stick some eyes on. These eye stickers are fab. They're the best thing ever.
And again, you can kind of find them in news agents and stuff.
Absolutely,
like it's easy
yeah.
enough.
Or you could draw your own eyes. You don't have to buy them. You can draw them. And then you can use them as little puppets, so you could do like your favourite character from a book. You could put on, if it's a big rainy day, you could put on an entire play. You could have a whole series of people. So my little guy looks like an owl. You could hang it up as well, so you could do for Christmas or summer holidays,
cute.
anything.
Guys, have you had fun? Did you enjoy being on TV? Your debut? I thought you were excellent. You're so good. And that was so great, Vanessa. Thank you so much.
very
I
much for
will
having us.
absolutely 100% be trying out some of these activities, particularly on a rainy Saturday morning. Thank you so
That's
much.
no problem at all.
Okay, coming up after the break, Michelle McGrath will be showing us some baby essentials. We'll see you in a few.